Welcome to the Buddhist radio program. Today, I would like to share on the topic, the necessity to be patient when hearing unpleasant words. The Buddha taught that there are 10 kinds of speech that people use to talk to each other, which can be classified according to the following 5 criteria. Timely or untimely. Timely means speaking at an appropriate time, not causing distress to the listener. Untimely means speaking at an inappropriate time, causing distress to the listener. For example, if you tell a seriously ill person that you are about to go on vacation or travel far away, that is untimely speech, because it is not the right time, like boasting that I am healthy amidst your illness. An example of timely speech: if you tell a grieving person that you will be there to comfort them, that is timely speech. Truthful or untruthful. Truthful means speaking the truth, not lying. Untruthful means speaking falsely, lying. An example of untruthful: if you tell someone you love them while you actually hate them, that is untruthful speech. An example of truthful: if you tell someone you are sorry for having hurt them, while you are truly remorseful, that is truthful speech. Beneficial or non-beneficial. Beneficial means saying things that benefit the listener, helping them cultivate virtue and find liberation. Non-beneficial means saying things not beneficial to the listener, causing their downfall and bondage. For example, beneficial: if you tell someone you will help them study, that is beneficial speech. For example, non-beneficial: if you tell someone you will give them money to gamble, that is non-beneficial speech. Because you should only provide financial assistance when it is proper and necessary. Gentle or harsh. Gentle means speaking gentle, pleasant words, not hurting the feelings of the listener. Harsh means speaking harsh, cruel words, hurting the feelings of the listener. For example of gentle: if you tell someone you like their outfit, that is gentle speech. For example of harsh: if you tell someone they are ugly and stupid, that is harsh speech. Hateful words should be avoided as much as possible. Even if unsatisfied, it is best not to say them, as it will lead to suffering for the listener. Goodwill or ill will. Goodwill means speaking with loving kindness, empathy, without resentment. Ill will means speaking with hatred, jealousy, resentment. For example, goodwill: if you tell someone you appreciate them for helping you, that is goodwill speech. For example, ill will: if you tell someone you hope misfortune befalls them, that is ill will speech. The Buddha advised monks that even when others speak untimely, untruthful, non-beneficial, harsh, ill-willed words to them, they should not utter evil speech in return, but keep loving kindness in their hearts, uninfluenced by those hurtful words. For example, there was once a woman known for her virtue, but when her servant woke up late and forgot to serve her, she became angry and beat the servant until her face was badly bruised, because she was nowhere to be found when needed. The Buddha said that if in dire situations, being beaten and even dismembered, first and foremost, we should also not get angry, but extend loving kindness to the assailant, striving to pervade the whole world with a mind imbued with loving kindness, magnanimity, limitlessness, without hatred or anger. The Buddha said our minds would then be like the great earth that no one can shatter, like space that cannot be stained, like the river Ganges that cannot be brought to a boil with a single torch of dry grass. When the mind and wisdom take charge, then nothing remains painful or troublesome. Then we can be patient with any kind of speech others may direct at us. I would like to share my perspective on loving kindness. In early Buddhism or Mahayana, loving kindness is mentioned as one of the 4 immeasurables, or the 4 sublime mental states, consisting of loving kindness, wishing for all sentient beings to have happiness and well-being. Compassion, wishing for all sentient beings to be free from suffering and distress. Appreciative joy, rejoicing in the happiness and success of others. Equanimity, being tranquil amidst life's ups and downs, not clinging to judgments of good/bad, gain/loss. The reasons Buddhism has the 4 immeasurables. Developing altruism, the four immeasurables lead us to benefit all beings, not just oneself. Reducing afflictions. When we develop loving kindness and compassion, feelings of resentment and jealousy gradually vanish. Increasing wisdom. Equanimity helps us to see things clearly, objectively, thereby developing wisdom. Progressing towards enlightenment. The four immeasurables are the foundation for the path of enlightenment, helping us attain peace of mind. In my opinion, I believe loving kindness is a noble virtue, a state of inner peace, a profound principle. Those who wish to cultivate loving kindness can live harmoniously with others, helping sentient beings, emulating the Buddha. I also hope everyone can practice loving kindness, to go through this life with much joy and benefit. My perspective on forgiving enemies. Buddhism advocates forgiving one's enemies for these reasons. 1/liberating oneself from resentment. Harboring hatred and resentment towards enemies only causes more anguish. Forgiveness is the way to free ourselves from these negative emotions. 2/inner peace of mind. When we forgive, we feel relieved, lightened, and peaceful within. 3/developing loving kindness. Forgiveness is an expression of loving kindness, leading us to care for the well-being of others. 4/following the Buddha's teachings. The Buddha Shakyamuni repeatedly emphasized the importance of forgiveness in the sutras. However, forgiveness does not mean condoning wrongful acts. We can forgive our enemies yet still keep a distance and protect ourselves from further harm. Thus, developing wisdom in practice is crucial to discern what should and should not be done. Some ways to forgive one's enemies. 1/recognizing their humanity. Our enemies also have their own sufferings and troubles. To understand this, we need to contemplate karma and retribution. 2/letting go of resentment. Spend time reflecting on the harms of hatred and resolve to relinquish it. To understand this, we need to comprehend impermanence, suffering, and non-self. 3/developing loving kindness. Wishing that our enemies be free from suffering and turn towards wholesomeness. 4/practical action. If possible, help enemies by offering advice or support. But remember to be mindful, composed, and realistic, not getting entangled in wrong views or catching the contagion of wickedness. Thus, studying and cultivating moral discipline, concentration, and wisdom is crucial. Forgiving one's enemies is a noble act that liberates us from anguish while growing our loving kindness. However, forgiveness does not mean condoning misconduct. Therefore, wisdom is required to discern ethical matters and resolve issues harmoniously. We can see the lesson of patience is difficult when hearing unpleasant speech, but also not so hard if we have diligence and determination. We contemplate and apply what is right and good into life, so we can live with loving kindness. And we should not be bound by the words of others, then the mind will be calm and the body still. Nothing can sway us then. Attaining such tranquility facilitates spiritual cultivation. Thank you for listening to this Buddhist radio program. I wish you a peaceful and happy day.